Hey everybody, welcome back to Two West End Girls. Crystal and Amy here. Today we're going to be doing our renditions of
low carb pizzas. Actually pizzas, but with low carb crust.
low carb crust,
cauliflower, and almond crust.
Almond crust.
And they taste pretty good. Pretty healthy for you, low carb. If you're watching your carbohydrate intake, some great crusts.
I'm excited to eat one because I haven't ate one yet. So.
Alright, well Crystal, tell us what's in this cauliflower crust.
In the cauliflower crust, first of all, we're going to use rice veggies, about a 10 or 12 ounce bag of the rice cauliflower veggies. And we use the plain because it's lower carb. It doesn't have all there was an Italian one and
savory herbs.
Something.
I think Bird's Eye has a brand too, don't they? And they're both fairly low carb. I think the Bird's Eye may be lower carb, but they're already riced up. So they're already chunked up in tiny little pieces. If you want them really fine, you can put them in the food processor, but I'm kind of lazy, so I just take them straight out of the bag after
steaming. And it seems to be okay after they're steamed. So.
Yeah, they're pretty soft.
Next, we're going to use a quarter cup of Parmesan cheese and a quarter cup of mozzarella cheese. Also go in this, along with 2 eggs. And a dash of salt to taste. So
let's mix that up.
We'll mix it all up. We're going to pop it in the oven, 375.
Yeah, bake it for about 10 to 15 minutes till it's slightly brown to start from the golden up, and then you can put your toppings on and then finish baking it.
Yep, so we're going to get this mixed up for you. Be right back with it in the pan, ready to go in the oven, and we'll go from there. Hey guys, alright.
Hello.
Yeah, and we are back. Okay, so we got it all mixed up.
We had to grease that pan. Make sure you grease it
with a little butter.
Butter or some kind of good spray.
Pour it out in here. You can see that we've all got it in here in a pan.
If you want it creamier, you can add about 2 ounces of cream cheese to that and put it in the food processor and get really creamy for a nice, fine looking crust. But if you want a quick one, you can do it just like that.
And also, this is like a little bit of a thicker crust.
Like pan style pizza.
Like pan style. You could put it in a bigger one to make it thinner if you'd like. So.
Alright, well, we're going to put this in the oven, bake it. I'm going to put it on 375. You can cook it anywhere from 350 to 400 degrees for 10 to 20 minutes. I like about 375, about 10 to 15 minutes until it's nice and pretty firm and golden, and then it's good to put toppings on them.
Yep.
You're on film. Make that crust.
Make that crust.
Make that crust. Make that crust.
Gonna make some crust.
Hey, Amy and Crystal are back. We've already made the cauliflower crust for pizza. Now we're gonna make an almond crust. The almond crust, I like to get Simple Truth, or I think it's the, what is the meal one, right? Not the Hodgkins meal. There's different.
Not Hodgkins meal. It's the Simple Truth.
Yeah, but the blanched almond flour is nice. You can get the unblanched. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Anyway, you want a half a cup of almond flour in this recipe. So I've got a 4th cup here. I want to do 2 of those. So I need half a cup of almond flour for this crust. I'm going to use 2 eggs. Whoops, Amy made a mess.
Okay.
Because I'm sloppy.
I got this.
So I'm putting 2 eggs in this mix. So we've got the almond flour in there. We've got the 2 eggs in there. We're going to put in just a little bit of salt. My hand is wet. That's not good. I'm going to put let's say an 1/8 or up to a 1/4 teaspoon. Not too much, because the cheese does get a little salt. We're going to put half a cup of Parmesan in there.
Half?
Yeah.
Half.
So 2 of those.
Okay.
Okay, then I'm going to put about 3/4 to a teaspoon of my pizza seasoning, and I go to my local organic store we have locally, and they have a good pizza organic mix. I'm going to put in this one. And this one I'm going to put a white sauce in the pizza too, so we'll mix up the sauce mix. Kristen, would you start
this?
Okay, while she's doing that, I've got a silicone pan I like to use for this almond crust. You do not have to grease the pan. I accidentally put butter in this one. You don't have to. It won't make a big difference. But don't grease the pan necessarily for this one, and it makes it easier to spread out. The reason why I said that. But I'm going to get a spatula, and we'll just spread this one in a thin layer. And this will make a very nice thin crust pizza that's nice and low carb. It is higher in calories, but if you want to stick to keto or low carb, this is a really good recipe for following that kind of regimen. Okay. So this one's going to be a pretty thin crust. So I'm going to put it in the pan. Use your spatula to get all that out of there because you want to use all of the material because it spreads out to a nice thin layer, and the eggs help give it to help solidify it really quickly. But I'm going to just run this around, and you'll see it's hard to tell when I hold it up, and you can kind of even slosh it around like that. But a nice thin layer just to coat the bottom of the pan, and this gives you a seasoned almond crust. Now you do not have to add the Italian seasonings. I just do that because my sauce I'm going to use is a white sauce. And it's a little bit bland until I put a little seasoning in there. So I add a little bit of Italian seasoning to that. But you can leave it, you do not have to put the pizza seasoning in there. I just happen to in this one. Sometimes I like to mix it up, don't I, Crystal?
She's a little freaky sometimes.
You did not just say that.
She's a little wild sometimes.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. Crazy girl.
It's okay to be a little wild.
I'm not that wild. Okay, so I've got this spread out pretty good in the pan, and I'm going to put that on a cookie sheet. I'll bake that in the oven. I'm going to bake that in the oven as well for about 370 or about 375. I don't want to put it on 400 because to make those eggs brown and get kind of that eggy flavor. And to help avoid that, it's better if you do it at a little lower temperature, 10 to 15 minutes, okay? So Crystal has here the toppings that she's going to use for her pizza. She has got an assortment of salami, pepperoni. You got is this Canadian bacon there?
Bacon.
Okay, and then a veggie mix, and you can use a frozen sliced vegetables.
I use the frozen sliced vegetables.
Okay, and then we've got some fresh tomatoes. We've got some banana peppers, and then some sun-dried tomatoes that have been in olive oil as well too. Right. They're a little higher carb, but you can get the probably just the plain ones. Would be
the plain dried ones is what I would use, not in the oil.
And don't use a lot of them. Just use a little bit lightly. And then she's made her own marinara sauce.
Sauce is one 6-ounce can of tomato sauce, Italian seasoning, and just a little bit of Splenda.
Yeah, we just a little bit, and possibly salt if you want. And then we got our cheese mix. Up next, we've got toppings for a barbecue pizza too. And Crystal and I were able to find a nice sugar-free barbecue sauce we're going to try out today. A nice hickory one. We've got some roasted chicken with some Gouda and cheddar and some nice purple onions we're going to put together for a nice barbecue pizza we're going to make. And then also for the almond crust, we're going to make a white sauce, and Amy's going to make a purple pizza to go with that one.
Cute.
Crystal's like, gross. She does not like olives. But I've got Kalamata olives, some feta, some Parmesan, some purple onion, and some salami that I like to put in there as well, too. But we're going to mix up this white sauce for this pizza. And Crystal, would you hold it right over here?
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so this is for the white pizza that's going to have those Mediterranean-style toppings on there. I've got 4 ounces of cream cheese. I'm going to add to that 1 to 2 tablespoons of whipping cream. If you add 2, it gets just a little softer and creamier. I kind of like the 2 tablespoons. You can put 1 for a nice keto or low-carb pizza. Then it's going to call for a teaspoon of onion or garlic powder. Personally, I love the onion flavor with this Mediterranean flair. I didn't think I would like it, but it's actually really good. So I'm going to get a teaspoon of onion powder. I'm getting cream everywhere. Just ignore me. So I'm going to get a teaspoon of onion powder, and then for my personal little extra touch, I'm going to add some Mediterranean seasoning or Italian seasoning too. So I'm going to put in some Italian seasoning with that as well. And then I'm just going to mash that down until it's creamy. And just blend that up. It'll take a minute. And you can soften your cream cheese in the microwave for about 15 or 20 seconds, and it really helps soften it so it mixes easier. But you want a nice white sauce, and this goes great with a Mediterranean or a nice Italian style pizza if you want a white sauce. Especially if you're using any of the Mediterranean toppings, or if you want to put spinach on there or the sun-dried tomatoes.
Spinach.
It's really good.
Ooh, maybe artichokes.
Artichokes will be good with this as well. And if you want to try some other cheeses too, I've heard that goat cheese is very good on this. Personally, goat is a little strong for me, so I prefer the feta and the Parmesan. But you could use provolone, you can use mozzarella, you can put some Romano on there. I mean, you can just have a really good time mixing up these toppings. So once you take that crust out, you'll just smear this on there and then put your toppings on. So that's your white sauce. So you're finishing decorating yours up with all the goodies?
Yeah, I forgot to put the cheese on first because I'm so goofy.
But we've got all these toppings on this wonderful cauli crust pizza.
So there you are. My cheese should have went on after the sauce though, people.
It looks really good. We also have the almond crust out of the oven, and I'm about to put the toppings on it. So I'm going to get my white sauce out, put the white sauce on, and then put my toppings on, and I'll show you that in just a moment. So I have decorated up the almond crust with the keto ingredients or the low carb ingredients. We've got our purple onions, we got some salami on there, Genoa or hard salami or Genoa salami, some Kalamata olives, some Parmesan, some feta in there somewhere. It's kind of in there in spots. All those toppings on that pizza. And then we got our barbecue pizza too with the Gouda, the cheddar, the purple onion, the chicken, that low carb barbecue sauce, and then we put a little mixture of Philly cream cheese or Philadelphia cream, or the cream cheese with a little bit of cream, so a little underlayer too to keep that crust nice and tasty too. So it's hopefully make two nice low carb pizzas. So we're gonna put those in the oven and see how they come out in a moment too. So Crystal, tell us what the pizza is. Took them out of the oven, and here is our.
This is our finished product. This is my pizza that I had. With
what kind of crust was that, Crystal?
That's cauliflower crust pizza.
Okay.
And then I got some salami, some ham, some Canadian bacon, some peppers, onions, banana peppers, sun-dried tomatoes on this one with the mozzarella cheese.
All right.
This is Amy's almond crust pizza.
Yay!
What all you got on there, Amy?
We've got the white sauce. We've got the salami, purple onion, Parmesan feta, some calamatas, and then over here we got our barbecue chicken pizza. Cool. All right.
Hey guys, now that we're finished with our pizzas, we're pretty happy with the end result here.
Yeah.
One thing about being on this low carb keto diet thing that I've missed the most has probably been pizza. And to know that Amy's worked hard to find us recipes, and
they're all over the internet too.
She's checked them out. She's researched, checked it out, and
these are the best tasting in my opinion.
And
also low carb tortillas too. You can also use the Mission low carb tortillas or other brands. They work good too. But the cauliflower crust, this is probably a couple of carbs each per slice, and then your toppings add a couple more carbs too. But I mean, think about reducing the crust carbs from like 20 to 30 carbs for a big slice of pizza down to maybe 10 or 15 at the most. You're taking away 2/3 or more of the carbs in this stuff, and make it where there's less sugar, more protein, more of the good fats for you.
People, I'm excited.
Yep, let's check all these out.
So anyway, check it out. Like, subscribe.
Yep.
Let us know what you want. Watch more videos. Let us know what you think about what we're doing.
Two West End girls.
Tell us if you check out the recipe. We'd love to hear from you.
Thanks. And
Take
let
care.
us know. If you want to hear about more ideas, or if you want us to make something, tell us.
We'd love to do it.
Try it out.